Hello students. So today under light reflection and refraction, so we are going to discuss about reflection of light. Okay. Before reflection of light, in the previous class we have discussed ray of light, beam of light. So ray of light means a single light. Beam of light means group of ray of light is called the beam of light, and also converging light, diverging light, and as well as the parallel beam of light. So based on these concepts, today we are going further. That is main important topic, reflection of light. Main topic it is on your chapter is one is reflection of light, another one is refraction of light. So what is this reflection of light? So reflection of light means, I can give one definition, that is bouncing back. So bouncing back of light rays after hitting the surface. So when after hitting the surface, so bouncing back of that light that takes place, that is called the reflection of light. What is this bouncing back means? For that example, I'll take one mirror I'll consider. This is a mirror I'm considering. So in the mirror, when a ray of light means a single light, when it falls on this object. So this is the direction in which the ray of light has been falling on the mirror. This is the mirror or the surface. So when it falls on any of the surface, that bounce back. So this is the incident ray. This is called, this first one, it is the incident ray, and this is the reflected ray. Okay, so this ray is called the incident ray, and this ray which is bouncing back after hitting any of the surface is called the reflected ray. So now, I have considered this is surface, and this is, I am saying it as a mirror. So the best example is for the reflection of light is mirror. So what we will conclude by that, only mirror can only reflect. Why can't other particles, other object? For example, in the previous video, I have done what is transparent, translucent object and opaque object. In that, I have given an example of opaque objects. That is, whenever light has been fallen, opaque object, that I have taken one book I have considered. When a beam of light or ray of light has entered to that book, so it does not allow to pass through, it get reflected back. So my question is whether only mirror get reflected or all the objects present in us will also get reflected. Yes, of course, we are also reflecting light. So because of we are also reflecting light, so that another person can also able to see us. So not only mirror is getting reflected, all the objects is also getting reflected. But the conditions for the both is different. So mirror, the reflection is different, and for other objects, that is the difference is there. So mirror, I can say there are two kinds of reflection we are able to define. For the mirror, we are seeing it as regular reflection. I think in a lower classes you have studied, I think in 8th standard you have studied what are the types of reflection. One is regular reflection, another one is diffuse reflection. So one is regular reflection, another one is diffuse reflection. Regular reflection we can give of mirror, and diffuse anything, a book, anything, a paper, anything you can consider an example for the diffuse reflection. So what is the that is difference between regular as well as diffuse reflection? With an example we'll consider. Regular reflection always considers in a smooth surface. That is polished surface, I can say. There should be a polished surface. That is the mirror is the best example. So polished surface, the regular reflection takes place. How means, this is an example. When a parallel beam of light has been incident on this surface. Okay, when a parallel beam of light, it is parallel to each other. When they are incident on the surface, that is, this is the smooth surface. When it incident on the smooth surface, it gets reflected. That means this parallel beam of light after reflection will pass through, will be in a parallel itself. Okay, this is what after reflection. So they will move in a parallel itself. So whenever the parallel beam of light remain parallel after reflection. So I can say parallel beam remain parallel after reflection. Okay, this is about the regular reflection, where it takes place in the smooth surface. Now, diffused reflection or irregular reflection. Two also you can able to see. Irregular reflection takes place in a rough surface. I have taken a rough surface here. In that reflection, for example, a beam of light has been entered in this way. Parallel beam of light has entered to this surface. After reflection, they does not remain parallel. One may move here and another one may move here. This is the after reflection, how the how the light will move after reflection. So it does not remain parallel after reflection. So this is one type of difference. If the question is what is the difference between regular reflection and diffuse reflection, means you can able to say it. So now you have understood that. So regular reflection means it takes place in a smooth surface. Diffuse reflection means it takes place in a rough surface. Okay, in this chapter we are not discussing anything about the diffused reflection. We are only concentrating on a regular reflection. That means mirrors. Okay, only on the mirrors, that is on the smooth surfaces, polished surfaces, we are considering the reflection, refraction, everything we are considering in this concept. Okay. Now, laws of reflection. I think I can say very important concept in this chapter, that is laws of reflection. We are only discussing about the regular reflection under the case of laws of reflection. There are two laws of reflection. So the first law is, what the first law? The incident ray, reflected ray and the normal at the point of incidence all lie on the same plane. So to explain this, so I'll take example for that. So this is a surface you can consider. In this surface, so light has been incident on it. So this is the way of incidence. So this ray of light is called the incident ray. So this is the ray is called incident ray. Now this light, according to reflection, it bounces back. So this is the reflected ray. Okay, this is the incident ray, this is the reflected ray, and which is the normal? So this is the normal ray. So this is the normal ray which is perpendicular to the surface at the point of incidence. So point of incidence, this is the point of incidence, I'll say it as 0. So incident ray, this is the reflected ray, and this is the normal ray which is perpendicular to the surface at the point of incidence. Point of incidence, I am denoting it as O. Okay. So what is the first law saying? The incident ray. So this is the incident ray. I'll take it as, this is incident 1. 1 I'll take, and this is 2. And this is third one I'll take. The incident ray and the normal at the incident ray, reflected ray and the normal at the point of incidence all lie on the same plane. If you draw this diagram, then you will understand. Once again, I'll repeat it. The incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal at the point of incidence, this is the point of incidence, all will lie on the same plane. So this is about the laws of reflection under that first law. Let us go with the second law. So what the second law is saying, angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection. So what is this? Angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection means this is the angle of incidence. This is the incident ray. The angle between incident ray and the normal ray is called the angle of incidence, that is I, and the angle between normal and the reflected ray is called the angle of reflection. So what is the angle of incidence? That is the angle between incident as well as normal. This is not the angle of incidence. Most of them will get confused. This is not the angle of incidence. This is not the angle of reflection. These are called glancing angles. That is not there in your syllabus. These are not incident ray. Incident ray means angle between incident and the normal ray. Angle of reflection means angle between normal and the reflected ray. Okay. So these two angles are same. That means, for example, if this is the condition, if it is 45 degree, Just an example, this is a 45 degree, means this angle of reflection should also be a 45 degree. So this is what the statement of the two rules, that is first law of reflection is incident ray, reflected ray and the normal at the point of incidence all lie on the same plane. Next law is angle of incidence, that is I, is same as angle of reflection. So instead of this I can write angle of incidence is same as angle of reflection. Angle of incidence I am denoting it at I, angle of reflection I am denoting as R. Okay, this is the very important concept under the laws of reflection. Next, now you can see this figure. In this figure, incident ray has been incident on the surface. This is the point of incidence. Okay. So what is the angle between them? Which is the incident ray, which is the reflected ray, which is the normal ray? Here the normal ray will lie on here itself. So the red one I have mentioned, that is the normal ray here, which is perpendicular to the that is surface. Okay. So this is the incident ray. The reflected ray will also be in this direction. Okay. Then what is the angle of incidence? Angle of incidence in this case, that is angle between the incident ray and the reflected ray, will be 0. So incident ray is 0 means the reflected ray will also be 0. You can't able to say here 90 degree. It is not a 90 degree. It is the 0 degree. So in this case, the angle of incidence and angle of reflection is 0. Okay. So this is the introduction, or this is a brief about the reflection of light. Okay, based on this reflection of light, I have given you some of the questions in the worksheet. Try to do it, or we will discuss some of the other topics in an interaction section. Next topic we are going to discuss, it's very interesting, about the spherical mirrors. Okay, about the concave, convex mirror, even a plane mirror. Plane mirrors also we are going to discuss in that. Okay, so this is about today's class. Thank you, students.